Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my hero build series. I am Sylphin. In today's video we are taking a look at Chimera, an older build that I have called the Jungle Beast. So the build does not hold, it's very nicely updated, but it was one of the first kind of builds I put a name to, and just the Jungle Beast, being an absolute beast in the jungle, being a good jungler for his team. So that's really kind of just the theme, just being a good jungler, a lot of attack speed to build up some bounty stalker stuff, get some armor, barrier, a little bit of health with the bounty stalker here, just trying to maybe be a beast, make some plays happen, etc, etc. We're going to start off with a jungle drink and 2 strike tokens here, right in the early game. A little bit different, simply because I'm trying something. I want to get 3 card power as soon as possible. Go back, get a good upgraded harvester key, and then go back out on the battlefield. Go to the other side of the jungle, etc., etc. I'm trying it. I think going for a brawler's key right off the bat is not. It's not efficient, right? You don't use 3 card power as much as you can. You are only using 2, right? You're only using 2 because the third CP is kind of saved for the keys, right? And I don't think that you need the keys for that value in the key in the first 3 minutes. Instead, you need that value instead in just stats, strike, tokens like this, which I forgot to use, by the way, on the red buff. The whole point of the jungle drink was to make sure that I get some extra damage on these camps, so that you can just burn through and smash that red buff right at the beginning. Talking, I forgot about that. Use your jungle drink on those camps to do 67 damage. It's quite crazy. Plus that increased health regeneration is going to be good. So let's see what we can do here in this lane, and they might have a ward there, which is why they probably left. So, if you have not played Chimera before, he's a beast. The whole purpose of this build, ladies and gentlemen, with your passive is definitely the first thing you start off with. It's you gain 0.4 health regen on hit of your basic attack. So every time you basic attack, you can. Ooh, boy, I really want to go and try something, but yeah. They're too far pushed, and I'm not really going to make anything happen. That is kind of how he's based around. There's really kind of 2 ways you can build Chimera. One is like a really all-in assassin, where you build a crazy amount of damage, and that unleash, the second ability that we got, you get max attack speed for the next 5 attacks within 5 seconds, but your card scaling is reduced by 20, so that damage is actually reduced. From that card, but if you use your passive into that, then you can actually. Let me do this. Boy, I kind of want to dive him, but I don't think I should. Very close to getting that kill there, but not quite. If we had his ultimate, I think we would have gotten. So we're gonna go back, get that key. Like I said, I want to get that key as fast as possible. Place down the harvesters. Now that it's 3 minutes 30 seconds behind our kind of ballpark here. We're gonna get the upgraded guard. Oh boy! Oh, epic fail. So, obviously, ladies and gentlemen, I went to get the key. I can't believe I just did that. But we would be getting that key if I could have. And you know what? Let's... he doesn't even realize that I'm here. And that was a complete fail. Okay, so not the greatest. I am tired, apparently. Should have gotten that key, ladies and gentlemen. We would definitely be getting those keys much better at all. That's definitely what I wanted to go for. Not the greatest here. The last ability we got was Ambush. Leap to targeted enemy hero, 49 physical damage in AoE, brief stun upon landing. So you just it's a very brief stun. Basically, just as you land, you kind of are able. They just kind of root it in place more. It's more of just kind of like small root in place, but it is a stun and it will interrupt abilities. So keep that in mind. With Chimera, really the combinations are quite extensive. Really, it's really very situational how you use Chimera. Your ambush is obviously a fantastic gap closer. So what you want to do is wait for the enemy to use their escape. And then what you do is then you use your ambush. You don't want to use your ambush first to engage, unless of course that target has used his or her escape tool already, and you know it's off cooldown, and then you can use it. So save your ambush. Save it for that key moment when you know that the enemy has no escapes, and you can close that gap and eliminate your target. Alright, come on. Yeah, there you go. Want to push him back because the mid lane was pushed. And that is your job, guys. As a jungler, you need to cover for your laners when they either die, or of course when they need to go back and get the card power. The final ability we got here was Call. It's his ultimate: root and hit targeted enemy hero for 346 physical damage. Knock away and slow, 60% max movement speed slow, for others for 3 seconds. So it kind of isolates the target that you jump on, and just kind of gives you a nice one-on-one time with that hero. It's great in that part of it. That part of the of your ultimate is great for a 1v2 scenario, so you can really isolate, especially another melee hero, so you can kind of put some space in between you and that other melee hero, and kind of make sure that they aren't necessarily bothering you too much. So I've gotten the 2 harvesters here, one on the in this right jungler, and I would love to have done it a little bit more, but it looks like we won't be able to. So I'm gonna jump on this Gideon, but it doesn't look like I can. And I should have been there for my Iggy Scorch, but not possible. So let's see, he has no mana, so we're going to come in on... Oh boy. So there we go. Let's ultimate. Let's ultimate. Wow, that's a word. And that did not go too well. Very poorly. Very nice ultimate by the Muriel. Not really able to do very much there. So that is how that worked. And we didn't come out on top there. We got 3 card power. Definitely going to get that lesser health first. And then we'll go here in the Brawler's Key. I would say that this Jungle Drink is a little bit active. So we're going to keep these and not finish off the Brawler's Key just yet. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, red buff is absolutely amazing for Chimera. So we're going to pop our Jungle Drink here and just go to town. So that a little bit of bonus damage here on these minions will be very, very nice. And, of course, may help us kill this faster, get into lane, maybe get a gank. I haven't been getting very many ganks. I haven't yet this game, simply because our laners are being such a force. They are really just pushing these lanes up, making the enemy push right into them, so that it's into their own tower. So I can't really do anything about it. There's that Chimera. Gotta be careful here. Let's let that Murdoch take the buff there. So maybe we can push this left lane here. Let's attack left lane. I'm going to maybe invade this jungle, or maybe wait for this Chimera. Here he is. We're going to do this. Make sure that just keep him stunned as long as possible. That's the only reason why I used both of those abilities, all of my abilities, as quick as I could, just to stun him as much as possible, and do exactly that. I would have preferred to have kept it, but I thought that that stun was worth it in that scenario, so that that Murdoch could kill. Could get his damage, which I'm going to maybe say is going to be more, like, higher than mine, but we're going to have to see. So, now that, here's this. Want to do this here. I'm going to save my leap actually for that Gideon. If he chooses to use his ult, remember that your ambush is a stun. It's a brief stun. So we're going to see what happens here. I want to use this red buff to the fullest of its potential, but with no minion wave, I think we just have to go back. And oh boy, they're saying their ultimate's ready though. Oh no. Not the greatest out there, so we're going to stay close by as we have 3 of the enemy team here. It looks like that Countess is going to have free reign there in the right lane to do exactly that. So as you can see, we're trying to, you know, be a presence here. We do have red buff, so I want to use that and, you know, keep that pressure on. They know I have red buff. Hopefully do that. So here I'm going to try to save my Ian Scorch here. So he keeps getting pulverized. That's what I'm going to keep on doing right here. So let's do, oh shit. Oh, very nicely done. Let's do this. I want to use my ultimate so bad. There we go. There we go. Try to do this here. Very nicely done. Thank you. Oh, there's the ultimate from the, oh, I just need to get the damage off as much as possible, but it looks like I'm going to pay for it here. Probably with my life. That Muriel is doing clutch plays. Not really much I can do. And then that Chimera, of course, finishes me off. Damn! Always getting these terrible Muriel ults. Fantastic Muriel ults. But with my life. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it kind of hurts. Kind of hurts. Next, going into the Flashfire Piston here. Now I'm going to say let's discard these here and go right into the Flashfire Piston. We want a little bit more damage here, and all of this kinetic is actually going to be really nice. It's going to feed into our bounty stock that we're going to get in a while. This attack speed, though, will be very, very nice to get our passive going, which is definitely going to help in these engagements just a little bit more. So you see, we are fighting for a fair amount of time, and that's exactly what I want to emphasize. I want to extract more value out of that fighting that we are currently doing. They don't even know that I'm here. Looks like it's going to be a 3v4. And let's see how this goes. Actually, I'm going to focus on this Chimera just because I want... Oh, but the... Oh, boy. Dodge that. Let's see here. Need to kill this Chimera as soon as possible. Ah! Missed it! Missed it! Missed it! No! No! Missed it! As long as I can just keep attacking, though. Basic attack, basic attack, basic attack. Come on, come on, come on. There is the... Trying to dodge a few basic attacks here. Oh, and there we go. There is the ultimate from the Gideon. Oh, but it looks like the Steel got the stun off. Can he make it happen? I don't think so. I don't think so. Come on, Steel. Come on, Steel. Come on, buddy. Oh, there's our Kalari, who I've totally forgotten about this whole game. Oh, I mean Kalari. The Countess. The Countess. So we're going to finish off this Flashfire Piston with a whole bunch of kinetic, 33% increased attack speed. As you can see, that passive was really starting to kick in there. So I'm okay in doing this. I feel like I could get away with a little bit more damage before we go into our Spiked and Thorn Greenweave, which we take. If we take a look at the enemy team here, energy, physical energy. So we're going to get the Thorned or the Spiked Bone Plate first, and then we're going to go into the Thorned Greenweave. We're going to go into the physical damage one first. Energy damage one first. Energy. Here is a Gideon. Did he totally juke us out? Nope. And it looks like this is going to be... Ooh, Muriel. No, thank you. I'm actually going to go on Muriel, to be honest with you. I want to get her off the planet here. Should go down, no problem. There's the Murdoch. I want that Murdoch, but I should have remembered that he has his pushback, which is exactly what I shouldn't have done there. Let's use our ult. Okay. I need to start being smarter with my abilities. That's what you have to do, ladies and gentlemen. Be smarter with your abilities. I am definitely not doing that. You don't just leap onto a Murdoch and when you know he has his pushback because he had just joined the team fight. So I'm really, yeah, really need to smarten up here. Thorn Greenweave is next here in the 5th slot. With that barrier is going to be great against this enemy team, and of course a little bit of damage as well. So let's let's get the barrier, I suppose. It's 136. That's a fair amount. But you know what? Let's actually be a little bit inefficient here and go for both of these, just so we have a little bit of energy armor and physical armor at the same time, and then we can kind of choose how we upgrade the rest of them. So here's this Gideon, but do they have a ward? I think they do. Let's see what we can do here. I think he knows. Hello there, Gideon. Now's our chance. There we go. So then there's the Muriel ultimate, so we just back on out of here. We can actually keep using our basic attacks. Maybe keep our health regeneration up. Again, I want to try to save my leap here, my ambush, but I have to be careful here. So careful mid lane. Oh, there we go. We're gonna leap onto the Gideon here. There we go. I got it on somebody, but there I am deleted instead. Boy. So, hey, okay, we got 2 for 1 so far, and did we enable the rest of our team to clean up? I think so. Okay, so hey, not the greatest play, guys. I'm 1-5, the most deaths on my team. Looks like I'm losing my mojo again. So at this point, I think we are behind. So we're gonna go straight into the tanky part of the build. That's the only bit of tank here that we get, other than the bounty stalker with that 3-point health on it. So with the next 9 card power that we get, I think that's exactly what I'm going to do, just so we get that health, so we can stay alive, get that passive up, and I think that will then push us over, kind of to the next level of effectiveness here. And we got victory! Wow. Okay. Interesting. Definitely interesting. So, we'll go over the build later, but for sure I'm feeling like health was definitely an issue. And also we weren't really dealing all that much damage. It could be the fact that I'm almost twice as behind, or I'm half as powerful as this Murdoch. I'm okay with the enemy team, but still. CP department was not the greatest for sure. So let's go over the build. So here's the build, ladies and gentlemen. Starting off with the jungle drink, I thought it was okay. The whole point of that was just so you can get those big buffs, the red and the blue buff. A little bit easier as you get that damage and that health regen, so you have 3 full points of damage right off the bat. You can, forego that 3rd strike token if you really wanted to, and kind of get health regen as well. That's kind of the thinking. I think it worked okay. Jungle drink and then 2 strike tokens. Next, we got the Brawler's Key and then the Guardian's Ward. I would love for this to be a Guardian's Key, but I just don't have it. So I would much rather that be the Guardian's Key with 2 1-point strikes and 1-point health. And then the Guardian's Ward here, 2 minor strikes and a lesser health. After that, I mean, we went into the Flashfire Piston for a whole bunch of kinetic that really builds your passive much faster, but that only gives you 1 point of damage and a whole crap ton of attack speed. So what I would actually prefer to do is probably something along the lines of just like a normal Wind Carver blade with a whole bunch of minor kinetics, but I just don't have enough. So that's just kind of how that goes. You can go into the Flash Fire Piston, or what we probably should have done there was going right into the spiked bone plate and thorn greenweave. This crazy amount of damage, as well as a whole bunch of guard as well. The reason for maybe not getting as much health is that if you can reduce the damage that you take, you can let your health regen actually start kind of canceling out the damage that you are taking, and it synergizes with health regen a little bit more than anything else. After the spiked and thorned greenweave, then you go into Flash Fire Piston, whole bunch of that kinetic, then into the Bounty Stalker, so that once you are attacking really fast, or a little bit faster anyways, you can get the stacks of crit off really quickly, and then the 3-point health, of course, is going to really help you. After that, then you go into the Wind Carver Blade for a lot of kinetic, because you get a whole bunch of damage on your Brawler's Ward here once you replace your Guardian's Ward with all of that damage. Plus all the damage here. It is actually mathematically correct that, I know it does maybe seem like a lot of kinetic, but it is correct. It is correct. Chimera works really well with attack speed. I know his Q doesn't benefit from it, but that's a very short window of time. So there is that as well. The whole point of this is trying to be a little bit of a sustain, so you can, you just keep going with your basic attacks. Just keep going. That's kind of the theme here, instead of a huge nuke of damage with one Q and you kind of annihilate the whole, the enemy target. So there you guys have it. There is the build. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this. How do you build your Chimera? It's okay. I feel like it would be good if we could snowball at the beginning, but I don't think, I kind of lost my jungle touch here in the past kind of month or so. So please like this video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, share it with the community, of course subscribe if you enjoyed this, found it useful. Please subscribe so I can do it for you in the future. Until next time, like always, stay optimistic and positive.